All right, so this is Randy Middaugh with Burgess Inspection Group, and today's date is November 21st, 2025, and I'm at 9916 High Banker in Aubrey. So I did get started on the outside when I got here. Didn't see any problems with the roof. I did get up on it. Got a couple glamour shots of it, but that missing shingle, like I said, was just a flashing that was kind of poking out underneath the shingles. Totally supposed to be like that. It's just a little bit more exposed than some of the other ones.
Okay.
So on the right and left hand side, I know that we just got some rain, but if you had issues with this staying wet for long periods of time, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. So I'm gonna put that in there, and a lot of the builders will come back and say it's got to give it 72 hours or something like that for us to actually have it be a concern. If there's water there still like 3 days later. I don't know what their standards are, what can, maybe grading and draining code is out there that they're going by, but this shouldn't stay wet the entire time.
Okay.
For weeks on end, because you're essentially not letting the foundation dry out in between the two houses right there, because there's not a lot of sun that gets there either. You've got both neighbors kind of sprinkling at the same time, some rain. So
Yes.
effectively, the most effective thing for this on each side of the house would probably be a French drain.
Okay.
But since it's kind of like in between yours and your neighbor's property, you could see if it's a concern that's going to continue on for a long time, maybe ask them if you want to go in halves or something. But
Is that something that the warranty would cover?
maybe.
Okay.
I'm going to put it in there. I'm just giving you a few options that are out
Thank
there, because
you.
usually the builder will come back and say it's got to stay, well, you got to give it at least 72 hours, depending on the builder.
Okay.
But
Right.
I know I even, in my house is built in the 90s, and it's about a little bit further away, but I still have wet areas in between both yards. Enough so that where my crepe myrtle 2 years ago blew over in some heavy wind, because it was just, the ground's just wet all the time.
Okay. All
But
right.
that's when I backed off my sprinkling, my irrigation. I asked my neighbor too as well. I was like, I think it's a little too wet over here.
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe that could help too, is just say, hey, maybe just turn the sprinklers down from 5 minutes to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Something
All
like
right.
that.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So we did
Yes.
talk about the corners being cracked. I saw one on each corner of the foundation, and we call those corner pops, and they're frequent.
Okay.
The thing is, they don't have a lot of support in those areas where the rebar doesn't come all the way out to the corner every time.
Okay.
Depending on the jurisdiction, they can curve it at the end, so that kind of leaves a weak spot right here.
Okay.
And then it's mortared to the material that's above it, and they both expand and contract at different rates. So usually the first thing to go is the corner of the foundation.
Okay.
So purely cosmetic as of right now, but you can always ask for it to be repaired.
Okay.
It looks like you might have had one repaired on the backs. One of the back ones, maybe it was the front left. It looks like some other mortar had been put on it, but it had cracked again. So if you ask about it being
Okay.
fixed, it's more than likely gonna do it again in the future.
Okay.
It's just the nature of the beast for some of these places.
Okay. Does that like fall off?
It can. Some of the older houses I go around, they've been off for quite a while. So it's not
Really?
just new houses.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe if I ask to have that addressed, they'll
Yeah.
at least.
For
Okay.
sure, yeah.
All right.
You say, I don't like the way this looks, cosmetic or not, I need it fixed. It's a concern of mine.
Okay. All right.
But essentially, for all intents and purposes, it's just cosmetic.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I need to know.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Water pressure's still looking pretty good. Normal range between 40 and 80. Got 75 on the gauge on the right-hand side of the house.
Okay.
Didn't notice any pressure issues on the inside.
Okay.
Did notice this is the area with the hole, and I'll just put another
Ah,
mark in there next to the.
yes.
But I did write this up the previous time as not being painted, and they only painted like half of it.
I addressed that before, and they said they were gonna fix it.
Yeah,
they didn't,
and it's the
so-
same on the other one too. The other side's got the little bit bigger opening in it.
And that's where the snake came in on the other side. So,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
You got another corner pop here, is what we call them, corner pops in the front
Okay.
left, not the Florida. That's just my note for myself.
Okay.
And then left to right's going to be as we're looking at it from the street.
Okay.
Left to
From the
right.
street. All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Let's see, this is a glamour shot of the roof. That shingle you were
Yes,
talking about is right
it
down
is,
in
yep.
here. But I scoured the entire roof. I was like, I'm not going to miss one if she saw one.
Thank you.
But I didn't see anything all the way around.
Okay. It is the exact right over there. What
I've
you're
got a
talking
picture
about.
of it.
Yep.
This is just a glamour shot of the back of the roof.
Okay.
And then this is
Yep,
the metal
that's the
piece in
one.
question. Okay, yeah, it's just a little bit more exposed than it's supposed to be, but it's doing its job like it's supposed to be.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Because they actually layer that flashing underneath each of the shingles, so if any water gets down, it all sheds out and not into the attic.
Oh. Okay.
It's called step flashing.
Okay. All right. But it's a good roof, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
All right.
No issues. Then I just put the
Yeah.
faucets reversed in the kitchen. Still got the missing weather stripping around where the attic access closes. We'd like to see that there because it acts as a fire block between the house and the attic. And a
Oh.
little piece of rubber weather stripping around that is
Weather
what we're
stripping.
looking. Not insulation like around the doors. 'cause
Yeah.
That's that would work, but there's a rubber piece that we're looking for that essentially if there's a fire up above or below, it would keep that any of the openings where the door shuts
Yeah.
from siphoning air up or down. Essentially.
Okay.
Helps slow fires down in the house essentially.
All right, I need to talk to him about that.
And then I did notice we still had a couple cracks in the garage floor,
Okay.
part of the foundation. This one was in the corner. I still noticed the one that was underneath your vehicle out there too. That
Yeah.
one's probably the one I originally wrote up. But I saw this one in the corner too. So like I was saying, if you pull up the flooring in here, you'll probably see these kind of scattered throughout because it does sink after a while. But it's tied together with post-tension beams that are laid in the cement.
Okay.
So it helps make it more sturdy and secure.
Okay. Again, is that cosmetic or is that problematic?
These ones, as they sit, are fine.
Okay.
If they start getting bigger, then we'll start to be concerned.
Okay.
But if we keep up the watering program with your house, make sure that that you're not watering, because that could actually help the foundation pull away, or the dirt pull away from the foundation and start to settle a little bit more. Then when it rains, it just kind of messes a bunch of stuff up.
Okay. Okay.
It would actually take quite a while for you to be not watering to affect it, but
Okay.
if you stay on course, stay the track, and just keep an eye on this, everything should be fine. If it starts getting to the point where you can put like a business card in it, then we start thinking about foundation issues.
Okay. All right.
General rule of thumb. Not just that, but that's one issue.
All right. I'll remember that.
Still missing the drain pan underneath the water heater
I
out
talked to him
there.
about that. He said they won't do it.
Yeah. Some will, some don't. Some wait for us to say, hey, do it.
Gotcha.
Just depends.
Okay.
They'll probably come back and say it's just because it's in the garage. Not a lot of stuff out there is going to get ruined if it does develop a leak.
I see. Okay.
Let's see. So this was two of the tests I do for the garage doors to make sure it reverses when I break that eye,
Yes.
this electronic eye. Then the
Yeah.
next one was to check to make sure that it reverses with a pressure test. So about halfway down is where I grabbed it and it didn't stop. So I put a 2x4 underneath it. That's kind of like our official way of making sure that it's not shut. And it's supposed to safety reverse. So essentially there's some adjustments on the mechanical garage door opener that can be done.
Okay.
Because you don't want that shutting on somebody or something. It's essentially a backup if the eyes don't work.
Okay. And it's not working.
Right.
Okay.
It just needs to be adjusted.
Okay. All right. Lucy, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I just don't want to step on that. That's my last photo.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, not a whole lot going
Okay.
on. Looks like they addressed a few
Great.
things in the first report.
Yeah. Yeah. I got most of it addressed. The drip pan, they were like, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good news then. It's not a lot.
Yeah, no.
All right. Okay.
We made
excellent.
friends in the bathroom.
Oh, perfect. She warms up. It just
Yeah.
takes a minute. Typical woman.
All right. So I will have this report